Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. The Chennai Super Kings have taken one step further to qualifying for the playoffs. They're very close right now. They won by 27 runs against Delhi Capitals. It was an MS-Dhoni masterclass as captain. Putting up the runs on the board, winning the toss, batting first, and then stifling Delhi Capitals with the ball first. It was Deepak Chahar who made inroads in the power play. There's a mix-up run out, and then after that, the spinners came in and slowed things down. And yeah, it was all Chennai, one-way traffic for the Super Kings. Jadeja is the man of the match. News coming in, 21 of 16 and 1 for 19. Deservedly so. It was a good contribution, but a good team performance from Chennai Super Kings. Kind of, I expected it in the morning, the way they've set up for this game. They're playing against Delhi Capitals, who did win the last couple of games, but they do have their weaknesses and issues themselves. I felt Delhi Capitals bowled well, but those contributions from Shivam Dubey and from MS-Dhoni, those were match-winning contributions, because look at that strike rate. MSD 222 and Shivam Dubey 208. On this pitch where the surface was dry, it was conducive to spin. They managed to strike at that kind of rate, which is outstanding, and it was the game changer, because Delhi ka agar aap unki batting dekho, to everyone struggled with the strike rate. Phil Salt thoda bahut acha khel liya, he was playing well, but then everyone else striking at 100 or even below. Manish Pandey strike rate 93, Riley Rosso 94, Dipul Patel 62. So apart from Akshar Patel, who should have been batting ahead of probably Manish Pandey, in my opinion, apart from him, nobody looked really comfortable. End mein Lalit Yadav thode boundaries maar diya, but Delhi did struggle throughout the batting innings, and you have to give credit to the Chennai bowlers. Zabardast bowling kare. Patirana again outstanding, man. I think 2 wicket liya phir se aaj. Incredible spell. 3 wickets, 4 overs, 3 wickets, 37 runs. He got hit a bit, but again, they nailed those Yorkers, and death bowling has been outstanding. He's like the 6th bowler that MSD used, so he's using him specifically for the death occasion. And it's the golden touch, the Midas touch, whatever you want to call it. MS-Dhoni just knows how to run teams, and he's doing it again this season. It looks like they will play, that playoff for sure, Chennai Super Kings. And it might just be Chennai versus Gujarat for the qualified one. ऐसा लग रहा अभी अब बहुत कुछ change हो सकता है in the last couple of weeks of the IPL. कुछ भी हो सकता है, लेकिन अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि CSK versus Gujarat, the two teams are looking solid. And I think with the way Patirana is bowling, Chennai have things covered. Deepak Chahar in the power play, he's coming back into rhythm as well. उसको injury हुई है, वो भी rhythm में आ रहा. So they've got their new ball kind of sorted, they got their old ball sorted, and the middle over sorted as well. So they're looking better as a bowling unit. And with batting unit, we always know that someone or the other will contribute. They do bat deep, and that is their strength in the last few years. It's just incredible how Dhoni builds teams like this, and he has people with specific roles who execute the roles to perfection. Or Yesal is nothing less. They're doing the same thing again. Also, if you see, Tikshana Deshpande, they did a decent job. And look at the economies of Moeen Ali and Ravindra Jadeja. I said that Moeen Ali will bowl 4 overs today, and that's exactly what happened. He didn't pick up a wicket, unfortunately, for people who picked him in fantasy. Lekin, again, very good contribution. उन लोगों को समझ में आ गया कि dry surface है. दिल्ली के पास left-handed batters है. Give Moeen Ali a shot, and he bowled pretty well. Very tight spell from him. Him and Jadeja just spun a web around Delhi. They suffocated them, didn't allow them any scoring shots or any free boundaries like that. And the rest picked up the wickets and finished off the game for the Chennai Super Kings. Delhi will be disappointed, of course. It's been a poor season for them, and last couple of wins would have given them confidence going into this match. But going to the Chepauk and winning, always a challenge. Mushkil rehta wo. And I felt although they did bowl well, Ishant Sharma, Lalit Yadav थोड़ा सा पिट गए, and death overs में वो धोनी जो मारा उसके बाद अब वो तो कोई रोक नहीं सकता, मगर वो थोड़ा impact हो गया उन लोगों को. अगर 150, 145 पे restrict करे, maybe there would be a challenge, but still the batting needs to step up. And you knew that they were going to get challenged. Especially if Deepak Chahar is picking up wickets with the new ball, then it's going to go downhill, because the spinners are going to come in, they're going to challenge. It's going to be due भी आया ही नहीं, तो थोड़ा बहुत due था, but nothing to affect the pitch or affect the spin bowlers. They were still getting the ball to turn, gripping the ball. कोई issue नहीं था उनके लिए उतना बहुत. तो they have to give credit to Chennai over there, but Delhi will be very disappointed. Manish Pandey, again, man, I don't understand his role in the team, and in particular, this is the problem with Manish Pandey and the other Indian players that have played for Delhi, whether it's Sarfaraz, whether it's what's his name, Yash Dole, anybody. Nobody has really in that middle order being able to influence the game or contribute in a match-winning way. Why not Aksar coming 4 or 5? What is the use of him at 6, 7? Unless useless management, only big names. बिल्कुल सही बात है. I think you have Ricky Ponting there, you have Saurav Ganguly, and these guys, they understand the game so well. They've led their sides to so many glorious occasions. I don't understand how can they not look at like Aksar Patel and promote him up the order. And he's playing way better than Manish Pandey. Just go and put him in the top order. If you need a finisher, we'll see later. At least get runs. Your problem has been the middle order. I understand if you want to play Aksar Patel as the finisher because he can play at that certain point very well. But right now, koi bhi khel raha nahi middle order mein, so just bump him up over there and I expect Lalit Yadav or someone to maybe try to finish it off. But your issue is there in the middle order, so put somebody who's in form. I agree with that. I wish Prithishwan Samad played for CSK under Dhoni's captaincy. He knows how to groom youngsters. Yeah, definitely he knows how to groom youngsters. I don't know what it is, man. The guy, whatever he touches turns to gold. Jo bhi hai, and yeah, he's at it again this year, and it might just be CSK lifting the trophy, but they will make the playoffs. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि playoffs तो बन जाएगा इन लोगों का. उसके बाद फाइनल भी पहुंच जाएंगे मेरे हिसाब से. आई थिंक इधर चेन्नई गुजरात या चेन्नई वर्सेस maybe Bangalore, maybe Bombay, Lucknow, कोई भी हो सकता है, but Chennai is getting to that final. It looks like right now anything can change. But just the way he captains today, like it was like from the toss, it looked like he had complete control of the match. उसको मालूम था exactly क्या requirement है, कितने रन होना. जब वो बैटिंग करके भी आया, क्या बैटिंग कर रहा भाई, खाली 9-10 बॉल खेला. सब बोल रहे हो धोनी को ऊपर आ, उन्हें बोल रहा नहीं भाई मैं बस 10 बॉल खेलूंगा और पूरा इम्पैक्ट उसमें गेम का वही होगा. And that's what he did. He's allowing Shivam Dubey to go ahead of him, play free cricket and everything. Then he's coming and making match-winning contributions also. That innings from him was very important to finish it off on a high like that, get a competitive score on, and then put the pressure on Delhi. Then in the power play, the way he used Deepak Chahar, the fields that he said, Deepak Chahar also executed his plans very well. And after that, Dhoni just conducted the whole innings. Spinner ko laga liya, ek end se दूसरे end se bhi laga liya, field placement पूरा just like orchestra में उन्हें जो करता conductor उन्हें वही काम करता है. He's just flawless. Now let's see what happens when the pressure is on, when there's other teams who will also be informed when they're playing like a Gujarat or maybe a Rajasthan, maybe someone else, because they've lost to Rajasthan twice this season. So when they play against teams like that who will cause them problems, then we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But right now they're looking really good. Tomorrow will be important. RR versus KKR. Who's winning? Your prediction? Me wanting KKR to win. It will kill chances of RR. It's a tough one to call. I think KKR, they have rhythm, especially after the last game. They'll be flying after beating Punjab. And if they win, they'll keep the hopes alive. If they lose, they're probably out. So they'll want to give it their all. They'll come all out. And Rajasthan Royals right now are in a slump. 5 हार गए, उन लोग 1 जीते शायद in the last 6 games. So they will be feeling the pressure. It's a tough one to call. I'm still thinking Rajasthan because I still feel they have a very good team. And if they just get Sanju Samson gets his decision making right and sensibly they play, they can win. Because against Sunrisers, they should have won that game. Against Mumbai, they should have won that game. There's too many times where like they're just losing it on their own hands. So I think if they just play sensible cricket and don't panic, then they can win. That's just my feeling, but I will not be surprised if KKR win that game. Dhoni has no competition in IPL, clearly leagues ahead in captaincy than everyone else. Also couldn't understand Russo batting tonight. He played so casually. He got stuck. Like against the spinners, he just got completely stuck. Moeen Ali trapped him. Jadeja trapped him. It was a dry surface. He just couldn't play his shots. And yeah, it looked like he was playing cautiously and everything. The reason was because pitch mushkil tha uske liye. And rightly so. Like, he's not used to these kind of conditions. It is going to be difficult for him. And that's where Dhoni is brilliant. He knows exactly kiska weakness kahan hai. And unhe wahin pe jaake marta. So yeah, big win. For the Chennai Super Kings, one step closer to the playoffs. My coach is joining me right now. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. I mean, I was expected the result. I mean, but not this bad. I think Delhi Capital lost it with David Warner's early dismissal again, and then that run out. Mia Manish Pandey क्या कर दिया यार, बुला के उसको वापस भिजा दिया यार. He murdered him, and I think that's where Mitch Marsh was looking. Yeah, Mitch Marsh was actually looking decent. Yeah, I think he got a boundary and 2 अच्छी bowling भी करा. Apart from the last over, he got smashed a bit, but yeah. Mitch Marsh's wicket was a very big one, which really spoiled things for that. And Manish Pandey didn't do anything after that. It slowed things down. Didn't get going. Like the pitch was also slow. Dhoni is a master at this territory. He knows exactly how to play his bowlers. Patirana, impact player, 3 wickets, Yaro. Again, he's taken 8 wickets in the last 3 games. Massive contribution from him coming in as an impact player. I mean, look at Delhi's impact player and then look at Chennai's impact player. It's a huge difference. Manish Pandey getting himself out, plus Mitch Marsh was probably one of the best batsmen that could probably do something in this kind of situation. But yeah, I think now it's over for DC. At least we can say one team is out of the contention when you compare them with the 10. But yeah, Dhoni and team still look very well in that playoff position.
Warner is also a big disappointment for Delhi Capitals, as
Yeah.
Vinesh Bhai. RCB can defend 200 and Dhoni defends 160 with his this tin pot bowlers. I mean, to be fair, RCB defended 130 also. If you where the fight happened a week ago, so so like RCB also defended low scores. Aisa nahi hai. But yeah, Dhoni. Like also his. I don't know what it is, man. Like I don't really want to talk about it. I find it boring every time he nahi chahta playoffs mein. But yeah, there is something. Whatever he touches turns to gold, and. He also, if you look at it, I think Pati Rana has been the biggest blessing for him. Otherwise, they were struggling. आपको याद है पहले के मैचेस में जब हार रहे थे और even जीते भी तो बहुत करीब मैचेस जीत रहे थे, but the way this guy's evolved, Mr. Pati Rana, and the way he's executing at the death, whenever he's coming in, he's killing the game. I think that's become a huge asset for Dhoni. And we knew that was going to happen. Shivam Dubey, Ajinkya Rahane, like he's done this before with Uttappa, he's done it with Albi Morkel, he's done it with Hayden Fleming, Mike Hussey, whatever you want. Like he's done these things before, and yeah, it's happening again.
Yeah, 100%. I think he just knows everything, and he knows how to make a player out of anyone. Deepak Char before injury looked so bad. After injury, now he bowled a decent spell today. Got 2 quick wickets. The way he was swinging the ball, everyone was shocked. Okay, bhai, kitna movement kaisa aa raha. Even the umpire's reaction to that first ball or second ball was it that it's for you. I mean, special shout out to Lalit Yadav, man. That catch was impressive.
Yeah,
Empire का भी मुंह हो गया एकदम shit. How did he catch that? Okay, but yeah, overall it was a very slow match. I mean, that's what we expected. I mean, no
They're a
competition.
boring team, man. I don't know उनके fans कैसे हैं उन लोग के boring team है. धोनी अच्छा खेला, जबरदस्त मारा आज 20 of 9. फिर भी मैं बोर हो गया मैच में. Like that's how I looked at it. But yes, it was a very good innings from him, and that's what it is, man. He wants to play 10-15 balls. We mentioned this before the start of the season, and that's exactly what he's doing.
I think Dhoni plays with a game plan, with the calculative, calculations and stuff, and we don't usually we like to see things in the spur of the moment, last minute blinders and this and that. I mean, he's very well in position to do that. We've seen him do like finish off matches, but the matches that Chennai are playing right now, it's more like it's ended before they've started. It's like that, especially
Also,
at the chip.
I would say the opposition have caused themselves that problem, because if you remember the Punjab game over there, Dhoni kind of lost it. Like he didn't know what to do in the last couple of overs. The way Punjab were batting, then even against Rajasthan, like he couldn't do much as well. So like there are times where he will get out thought. It's not like he's invincible or anything like that, but it's both like he has the experience 100%, but also opposition उतना वो खास करे नहीं कुछ भी. दिल्ली और मुंबई दोनों last 2 games में.
Yeah, 100%. Delhi Mumbai खास कुछ करे नहीं, but also like team performances. I think more than anything, see Dhoni is behind the wickets. He's changing his bowler. That's also important. But अभी जो Vinesh bhai बोले, Warner has been a big disappointment for. I mean, it's the entire Delhi Capitals team. I don't want to just call. See, Warner, despite everything, he still has 300 plus runs in this IPL. I think he's the 12th most impactful batsman in the IPL. So even with that sad, I know the innings were sad and stuff, but apart from Akshar Patel, there has been no one that's been good. Kuldeep Yadav has been good for the Delhi Capitals, but apart from that, Khalil Ahmed started bowling better towards the end. Ishan Sharma ne khela, which was a bit of a shock for me because he was one of the better bowlers that
खेला उन्हें.
खेला उन्हें आज.
हाँ, उन्हें
Sorry,
पिटा.
sorry. हाँ, उन्हें पिटा, sorry.
2 over 23.
हाँ, मैं तो भूल भी गया उन्हें नहीं खेला बोल के.
नहीं मगर I think where they've got it wrong is team selection. Whether that's David Warner, that's Ricky Ponting, Ganguly, आपके पास इतने लोग हैं डग आउट में. अजीत अगरकर भी वही हैं.
वो भी प्रॉब्लम होगा यार मेरे हिसाब से. काफी लोग हैं मैनेजमेंट में ये रहा है और ये because Saurav Ganguly at one side, you have Ricky Ponting on the other side, you have big names, man, and I don't know.
But that लड़ाई जब होते
हैं
जब आप you're not getting things right and they're not getting it right. अब जैसे गुजरात में हर टीम में है बड़े लोग. But यहाँ पे
Yeah.
like I think it's a good combination to have Ponting over there. Ganguly, they're aggressive, but they're going against their values. They're not backing players. They're not. They keep changing combinations. They've tried 22 out of 25 players in their squad. There's no
Mm-hmm.
rhythm. There's no consistency. आप अक्षर पटेल को ऊपर खिला रहे ही नहीं. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्यों नहीं. Like David Warner should at least understand कि भाई this is the only guy who's batting is in good form. Play him up the order and see what happens. So why you getting him in when the match is finished? It doesn't make any sense. आप मनीष पांडे को क्यों खिला रहे? अक्षर पटेल को खिलाओ. Let Manish Pandey come under pressure then when the match is out of hand. Why are you bringing Akshar Patel then?
Yeah, at least he gets more room to like experiment with himself. Maybe he can have a tactic where if you're giving him the last 5 overs, there's only one thing to smash. But like if he comes up the order, like we've been seeing, he can easily come after Mitch Marsh as well. So that would help him a lot. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट also यार देख लो तो कितना लाइक आरसीबी में 3 प्लेयर चल रहे हैं, यहाँ पे तो एक भी प्लेयर नहीं चल रहा. वार्नर शुरू में स्लो खेल के एटलीस्ट एंकर कर रहा था, वो भी उन्हें खत्म कर दिया. अक्षर पटेल की गाड़ी कभी चली कभी नहीं चली, बीच में ईशांत शर्मा थोड़ा अच्छा डाला फिर नहीं डाला. सो ओवरऑल दिल्ली कैपिटल्स द टीम ओनली दे लुक्ड वेरी पोर. पृथ्वी शॉ वो थर्ड या फोर्थ मैच के बाद तो अपने को दिखाई नहीं
वहां पे प्रॉब्लम हो गया उनको. Like
opening, so like their players are just not impactful enough. They need
I still think the bowling is very good, and they still even today they had Chennai in trouble. ऐसा नहीं है कि Chennai was supposed to धोनी आके मार दिया, so they went to 167, which is par score. It was chaseable, but their batting has been very disappointing this whole season. वो 2-3 गेम जब जीते जब बॉलर ही जिताए उन लोग. खाली एक गेम जो आरसीबी के अगेंस्ट था जब फिल सॉल्ट बैट के साथ जिताया ना, तो it's their bowlers who are only performing.
Yeah. And bowlers का एक अपन देख लो, अक्षर पटेल majority, कुलदीप यादव इकोनॉमिकल, बीच में ईशांत शर्मा like I mentioned.
मिचेल मार्श के फिगर्स देखो.
मिचेल मार्श आफ्टर मैरिज आफ्टर कमिंग बैक, वरना फर्स्ट इनिशियल फेज में तो 3 डक्स थे उसके. तो दिल्ली की टीम आई थिंक लाइक एवरी ईयर वी से दे नीड टू गो बैक, कम बैक, न्यू ऑप्शन, न्यू प्लेयर्स, न्यू लिस्ट, एंड that's always the team with Delhi. They have good players since 2008. अपन कल ही बात कर रहे थे, मेगरा था, इन्हें था, फरवीन मारूफ थे. But somewhere down the line, they always have this no winning mentality, no intent mentality. Like they need a Virat Kohli kind of a guy to fire them up, What we had with Warner, but what we had with Warner, right? Like that kind of a player. So Warner, either dekh lo, or look at him and Sunrisers. It's a very big difference. I know age is catching up with him. I know Virat Kohli doesn't have a trophy, but at least he'll get you winning matches, winning ability, winning mentality. That's what
in my opinion, they've had one batch. If you see Delhi in the last 3-4 years, they've actually done well. Last year, they didn't make the playoffs. They came 5th or 6th, and they just barely missed out. Before that, they reached the finals twice in a row, and they were unfortunate. They played against Mumbai Indians, and once they lost in the semifinals, I think, against
Now the question is, how big of an impact would if we had Rishabh Pant be? How big of an impact would it be in this kind of a scenario in Delhi?
Yeah, so that's also that's what I was getting at. I'm saying, like, when they had Rishabh Pant, when they had their full team and everything, they did well. But I still feel that regardless of Rishabh Pant, they would still have problems if agar aapke Indian batsmen nahi chal rahe. But that would be one guy who would replace that, right? Rishabh Pant, at least unhe agar perform kara, to it could have made a big difference for them. If you look at their performances, Rishabh Pant didn't win them games regularly, but he was just there. He was there, and they used to play around him. He would contribute maybe 30 of 10, 30 of 15, 20 of 10, something like that, and help them win games. And everyone else, their bowling has always been good. I still think it's a good bowling attack. I don't have worries about the bowling.
100%. They have a very good bowling. Not here, इन्हें है यार, तो अच्छी bowling है. Spinning department बहुत जबरदस्त है. Off spin, leg spin दो है आपके पास. 2 of Indian assets है वो भी, फिर not
वही है. अब धक्का पड़ गया, कैप्टन नहीं है वहां पे. It's not the only reason. Like Prithvi Shaw not performing, that's nothing to do with Rishabh Pant. Like he should be performing. You need someone in the middle order. There's no one there.
बहुत बाद में लेके आए. I know initially वो forward.
आप अक्षर पटेल को ट्राई कर सकते थे. अगर ऋषभ पंत को कभी महसूस करे, आप अक्षर पटेल को ट्राई कर सकते थे वहां पे 4-5 पे. वो भी ट्राई नहीं करे. Phil Salt, towards the end he performed, but no one showed the consistency with that. कोई भी नहीं करे कुछ भी. So that is the problem. आज तो फंसने वाले थे वो तो. We called it that spin is not going to be the sort of thing. If this was a flat track, if this was somewhere else in the world on a good wicket, then Delhi would have won this game. I think today they were going to get stuck with against spin.
Yeah, but like again, they bowled decently. It's just the batting collapse. अगर आप देख लो, Warner wicket फेंक दिया, उसके बाद run out. Batting अगर थोड़ा भी कर लेते थे ना, slow ही सही है. अगर आप थोड़ा दिमाग से करते तो maybe you would have a good chance. It's not like they bowled like you said. They didn't bowl terrible. They were like what they got Chennai 140 पैक हो गए थे. But धोनी आके 20 runs मारा फिर आप 10 extras दे रहे भाई 10 wides दिए आप. So
Hmm.
that is also differential.
Yeah.
अगर आप
But
10 wides हटा दो प्लस धोनी का 20 रन में से 17 भी हटा लो तो आप मैच जीत गए. एक
मगर
बात बोल.
मेरे को एक अच्छी चीज दिख रही है when you're having a bad season, like you know everybody has bad seasons. Chennai had came bottom in 2020. Mumbai's come bottom last year. So the big franchises also have bad seasons.
Yeah.
But the difference is those guys they got knocked out and dead and buried halfway through. Delhi actually fought even after they fought. They beat Gujarat. They beat RCB. These are big teams that they've beaten. So despite being in the worst of forms, no koi bhi chal raha nahi, they've still won games, which I appreciate compared to the other bottom of the table teams. Maybe this is too positive way I'm looking at, but that's I have to respect that in a manner because everybody has bad season. We also had bad season. हम लोग तो I think 5 गेम के बाद खत्म हो गया था हमारा 2021 में. So
अब दो
that's
चीजें
what
हो
I
जाता है
noticed.
ना यार when you potentially know कि हाँ भाई there's nothing to play for then you play a little bit of whatever self respect बचा हुआ रहता है वो इज्जत के ऊपर जो आती थी and that's what they did like that's where
No,
I
but they
like
played despite still
big
being
teams.
they were still
Yeah,
in the
they beat big
competition.
teams. They
Yeah,
were in the competition, but like again, like they're like by a thread, but 100% with being in the
but
competition,
Mumbai,
beating teams
Chennai.
like Gujarat, RCB,
Yeah.
RCB and
Mumbai
Gujarat.
lost
Yeah,
like seven,
समझ
eight in
लेता.
a row last year. Chennai lost like
Yeah.
they were bottom of the table the whole time in 2020. I remember.
Mhm.
So like there was no fight from them. खाली end में आके गायकवाड़ मारा था शायद. But these guys
Yeah.
they fought like even when they were like in the worst of forms कोई चल रहा नहीं फिर भी उन लोग defend करे 130, 140 फिर भी chase करे 180 despite कोई भी
Now
नहीं चल रहा
Delhi
होता.
ka only agenda has to be taking someone with them. You know, they can probably take Punjab out of the race in the next match where they have Punjab
They're
Kings
playing
against
Punjab
them.
twice
Yeah, they're playing
and
Punjab
they're playing
twice. I
Chennai
they're
again.
playing
That's it.
and
It's
they're
done.
playing Chennai, right?
They can only
Yeah,
take Punjab with them.
so they
That's
can
it.
only take Punjab with them, and yeah,
That's
so maybe Punjab को लेके जाएंगे वापस, which will probably open the gates for Mumbai and Kolkata and Hyderabad. Hopefully, if we win
Now
on
tomorrow
Saturday,
Kolkata is playing. I think who is
Rajasthan
it?
Royals,
Rajasthan Royals.
Rajasthan
वो बहुत
Royals.
important गेम है. अगर कलकत्ता हार गई तो आउट है. अगर जीती तो राजस्थान तो निकल जाएंगे टॉप 4 में से. Then they yeah, and this is all like Sanju Samson's fault man. क्या गलतियां कर रहा है भाई? I don't understand. I really
अब
like
कल
that
अगर
guy.
संजू परफॉर्म करा like that is it, it's do or die for संजू. अगर संजू परफॉर्म करा then it's his reason why they're into the playoffs, maybe not into the playoffs but better
You know
than
the
what they
problem
can
is
expect.
in the last game actually he performed, but उन्हें
Yeah.
अपने हाथ से मार दिया कैप्टनसी कैसा करा यार उसमें. That was unacceptable. I don't know what he was. That was acceptable for us, but
For
like
us, exactly. I was
yeah, but
coming
for
to that
anyone
only.
else it's
But I'm
unacceptable.
pretty sure, man, with Jason Roy, Andre Russell, it's going to be a very feisty affair. I mean, Jason Roy, I just say he's been a very big blessing in disguise. Blessing disguise been a open end blessing on, and then you've got big Andre Russell who was phenomenal for them. So you never know. Kolkata might end up tomorrow. I have a very big feeling. I know it's where is it? Is that Jaipur or is it Rajasthan?
It's a good question. I'm not sure where it
Yeah,
is.
check the Because if it's at Jaipur, then you could say हाँ slower है, but yeah, it's at
It's a
Eden
Eden
Gardens.
Garden.
Oh, भाई मजा
वहाँ
आने वाली है.
वहाँ पे तो दोनों चल सकते, दोनों टीम्स चल सकते. ईडन गार्डन्स में लास्ट गेम कौन सा था? पंजाब के अगेंस्ट था राइट? वो क्लोज
Yeah,
क्या था वो गेम. तो हाँ यहाँ पे भी अब इट टुक टर्न दैट पिच. Varun
Mhm.
Chakravarti was really good, so maybe Chahal and Ashwin will be interested if there is turn on offer. It'll be a good अच्छा contest तो रहेगा 100%.
Yeah, and both are on equal points, and from last potentially bottom of the table, ninth on the table, to fourth. I'm sorry for spoiling, but really hurt with DC's performance this season. It looked best on paper. Uh, Best on paper, so I wouldn't say. I think they were not best on paper maybe for me, but yeah, they were a good side when you look at names like David Warner, champion. You see Akshar Patel, one of the best Indians right now. Kuldeep Yadav, redemption year, what he had with India. Andre Nokia, best bowler in South Africa right now. Yeah, I mean they looked a very good squad, but then that middle order where you see like Manish Pandey, then you see like those. Prithvi Shaw was the biggest upset again for me in the Delhi Capitals team. I mean, he should have done something. उसकी तो इज्जत की बात आ गई थी, उसकी तो रेपुटेशन की भी बात आ गई थी जब बिफोर आईपीएल कांड हो गया था उसके साथ. तो काफी चीजें पृथ्वी शॉ के ऊपर भी डिपेंडेंट है. देन हिज बिहेवियर टुवर्ड्स द गेम, his attitude on field. They tried to get him as an impact player. That also didn't work. चलो तो भाई फील्डिंग मत कर, तो खाली आके बैटिंग करके चल जा, वो भी नहीं चला. सो आई थिंक इट्स बिन ललित यादव, रिपल पटेल, ये तो बच्चे हैं. राइली रूसो, कोई भी नहीं चले. मिचेल मार्श before his he went in the middle. I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. I think when you're playing an IPL, you need to be a little bit more committed. I know it's a personal thing, but maybe plan it better. I don't know. That's
That's
how.
too harsh. That's too harsh. That's too harsh. Bro, Virat Kohli went also like for the birthdays. Maybe he left Australia tour when his team was 1-0 down. That's fine, bro. It's for family commitment. ऐसा too much कर रहे. अब बोलो कोहली के खिलाफ बोलो अब. हाँ रोहित शर्मा के खिलाफ बोलो रोहित शर्मा भी भाग गया था एक बार उसे that's too
रोहित तो
hard.
एक मैच मिस करा ना, रोहित तो बोल के गया.
उनको छोड़ते नहीं एक मैच क्या like important test matches miss करे but it's fine family commitment that's nothing to do with anything but that's my
But yeah,
opinion
form
क्या है
wise,
कहाँ चढ़ रहे हैं उन लोग
form wise
too
बोल रहा हूँ.
much कर दे
Form
रहे
wise
हैं
उन्हें पता नहीं चला उसके बाद उन्हें चल. So overall, it just they didn't look like the best squad for me. They were a decent squad who could probably give a better fight than what they did.
I think if Rishabh Pant was there, they would probably be one of the best teams in terms of balance. They would have an excellent team because if you put Nokia there, you look at their spin department and then you look at the batting that they have a lot of options. You know, there's still Robin Powell. There's these guys. Nobody clicked, like Faz said, so I think that is a big factor.
Yeah.
But yes, they probably weren't the best team on paper, but for me, I had them in the playoffs. So that means I felt that they were in the top four on paper, mere hisab se. But yeah, it's just one of those seasons. I don't think you should be really hurt, bro. Like I said, the best of teams come last. Like जब कोई बोलता नहीं वो टाइम पे कोई criticize नहीं करता, but Dhoni came last, Rohit Sharma came last, so these guys like Virat Kohli came last, everyone has come last in the IPL. It's about learning and then coming next season. Also, they've come last with their best players there. You didn't have your best player, you didn't have your captain, so I don't think I don't know if you support Delhi, but like yeah, you shouldn't be that disappointed. There's always a brighter future, and like I said, from the bottom teams, what I've seen in the past, Delhi still perform better than anyone else, like in terms of the last place team.
Yeah, they came back with the fight. Like that was a positive note, but again, they also had people like Ngidi and Mustafizur, which was like shocking. I mean, they उन्ना तो खैर नॉर्थिया के वजह से नहीं खेल, yeah, but उसके बाद तो खेले. हाँ, मुस्तफिजुर तो चलेगा ना बांग्लादेश आयरन.
तो अच्छी टीम है, well, मेरे हिसाब से अच्छी टीम है. Just an unfortunate season. You didn't have your best player also, so it's okay. I think next season it's make a few changes, try to get some Indian batting there in the middle order, and then see how it goes, and then take it from there. I think that's what.
Yeah. Just now about tomorrow, Rajasthan KKR another to fill that top four. I mean, you got Gujarat, you got Chennai, you got Mumbai. Mumbai playing Gujarat on Friday. So then that will cement either one's chances in the playoffs. Gujarat, if they win, they're in. Mumbai, if they win, they'll be 14. Chennai is 15. And then you have LSG. Where is LSG right now? They're also 11 points. So LSG has to beat Hyderabad to at least be competitive.
That if they beat Hyderabad's out. So they
Hyderabad will be a differential for them. Like because at one point they'll be 13, and then Kolkata will be 12, or Rajasthan will be 12. So that will also help LSG's chances. But I hope Hyderabad win somehow 4-4, 5-5, whatever is left.
लखनऊ और हैदराबाद अभी नहीं खेल रही है पूरा हफ्ता शायद नहीं. सनराइजर्स तो खेलेंगे नहीं मतलब ये तो संडे के बाद तो खेले ही नहीं सनराइजर्स.
दोनों नहीं खेले.
लखनऊ भी शायद नहीं खेले, तो लंबा ब्रेक है दोनों के लिए. एंड अब सैटरडे खेलेंगे, सो गुड 6-day break man, raring to go now. This is a long break for both teams, I think. So like they'll be raring to go. I think Lucknow is going to be in Hyderabad. They're already in Hyderabad maybe, or they're going to be there today, tomorrow, and it should be a good match.
It's going to be a battle of biryani, hopefully, and hopefully we get to go to the match. At least I get to go to the match, and hopefully get some content from there. It'll be interesting to see because it's a very important match. I mean, we can't underrate this match and the match tomorrow. That equally is important. Like Rajasthan Royals, Kolkata Knight Riders, Kolkata coming from the dead to a Rajasthan Royal, which looked like the best team who was on top. And then like Musawa had Sanju Samson, a few people the death like who were consistently performing like Hetmeyer and Dhruv Churel. इनला थोड़ा बीच में ठंडे हो गए. Jaiswal is the only one who's still running the show. Now they just need their top Josh Butler, Sanju Samson.
मतलब पिछले मैच में मारे यार सब उन्हें बटलर भी मारा, सैमसन भी.
लास्ट मैच तो देखो, लास्ट मैच तो जनरेशनल वंस इन अ वाइल्ड जैसी चीज थी वो, लाइक जो
आप दूसरा मैच भी उठा लो मुंबई का, उसमें भी आप 200 प्लस ही मारे, 215 मारे उसमें. These are big runs, man. Like they're hitting 215 consistently and losing games. So that's where you have to criticize the bowlers and the captain. Like both have to be held accountable. Right? Like I know what you're saying कि like मगर बटलर भी मार दिया, सैमसन भी मार दिया, उन्हें जयसवाल भी मार रहा, हेटमायर राशिद को 3 छक्के उड़ाया. Like batsmen are doing their
majority of the batsmen have done their job. I think you're right in that, criticizing the bowlers at that point, but bowlers में पिटरा कौन है यार, मेरे को तो उनके bowlers याद नहीं आ रहे. I think the Obed McCoy episode was stupid. the Ubaid McCoy
उन्हें
episode
कुलदीप
जो उसको
यादव को मार दिए
कुलदीप यादव को मार, संदीप
लास्ट
शर्मा
क्वेश्चन।
को मारे, संदीप शर्मा को भी मार दिए थे। आई
और
थिंक
देखो
चार्ल
वो तो
अश्विन
पूरा
एडिशन।
गलती, you know, I was looking at it again and a lot of people criticized Sanju Samson for not giving Sandeep Sharma that 90th over Obed Mokai, which is absolutely fine. You have to criticize him. But end में
मुरुगन
आप,
अश्विन यार, वो मुरुगन अश्विन को भी पीट दिए।
हाँ मगर आप हारे कहाँ? आप हारे वो नो बॉल के वजह से।
कमाल वजह से, yeah, that is something
तो
uncalled for.
आप
You
मैच जीत
can't.
गए थे डिस्पाइट ऑल द ब्लंडर्स ही डिड एज कैप्टन, they still won the game
It's
and then they
always that
lost.
crossing that line, right? Like if you he wouldn't have crossed that line, he would have been a hero. But yeah, unfortunately, he's not. Like we would have had a back-to-back Sandeep death over. You know, he's a star in the death and this and that. वो शुरू हो जाता
भाई
था.
उन्हें सेम बॉल धोनी को डाला and he didn't
Yeah,
cross the line there. यहाँ पे अब्दुल
yeah,
समद को डाल रहा, so I didn't expect that from him. Like you know that was, but
yeah.
it
But it
happens. अब
just
क्या होता है,
makes it makes
मैं भी
things
ऐसा कर
interesting.
चुका हूँ ये क्रिकेट में, like नो बॉल डाल के विकेट मिला मेरे को भी, तो that's it happens. It's a human error. It's okay, but that's where they lost the game. I would say, despite everything, that's the problem with Rajasthan. They're such a good team. You know, they're finding ways to lose matches. They're throwing matches. Like you know,
Yeah,
I don't mean fix or anything like that, but they're making silly mistakes, and they're destroying themselves against Mumbai, against flipping us as well, against Lucknow also. गलतियां कर रहे हैं बहुत।
yeah. But कल फिर रिंकू सिंह का शुरू हो जाएगा। Back-to-back victories for Rajasthan, Kolkata, sorry, and back-to-back losses for तीन losses हो गए back-to-back for Rajasthan. So
They've
कल
lost
तो
5
रिंकू
in the last 6.
in the last 6.
Yeah, they've only won one match, which was against CSK. Otherwise, they've lost 5 in the last 6. खाली एक मैच बीच में जीते उन लोग।
Yeah, that's bad,
So
man. That's they're four
they're in
four.
a rut right now, and I think maybe log averages suggest that they are due a win, and they'll probably. I'm backing them tomorrow, but sometimes when you're in that rut, you might just get kicked out of the tournament. That is also possible. But I hope that, because they're a very good team, I still want them to perform and do well. But KKR is also exciting. Rinku Singh, Nitesh Rana, Andre Russell getting into form with the bat. People questioning him, but you know he's shown he's a match winner. And फिर आपके पास Jason Roy, Gurbaz भी है.
Jason
Batting
Roy,
अभी
yeah,
भी दिख रही है उन लोगों की.
Jason Roy, Gurbaz, yeah, and all of these guys. बहुत लगा रीडन गार्डन्स का तो फिर एक मजा आने वाला है। 180 पार मानना ही पड़ेगा। बट फिर स्पिन डिपार्टमेंट भी अच्छा है यार दोनों का।
दोनों का अच्छा है, तो वहाँ इसलिए
Yeah.
तगड़ा मुकाबला होने वाला है. I think if there is hint of trend, we've seen the surfaces are drying up now. We saw today in Chennai. We saw also in that KKR Punjab game. It was slow. It was conducive to spin. So the spinners will come into play. And also batters, they'll also have to rotate, strike, use their feet a bit, take calculated risks, and continue to score despite the slow pitches. So it'll be a good contest, I think, between bat and ball. How important is it for Shah Rukh Khan to be at the ground tomorrow?
I don't know. It's important for the team to be there and just win. But yeah, Shah Rukh Khan का आए कि यार नहीं आ रहा है तो the season he came only once, I think, right? And there was that after that Rinku special, so we haven't seen him after that.
I think it's knowing that what is at stake, he might just be there, or he should be there.
Yeah, maybe.
He can just come and lift the crowd, and the energy will be different. उन्हें जब आता स्टेडियम में पूरा माहौल बदल जाता. I think it was the RCB game. There was one home game he was there. I don't.
RCB, where he met Kohli in the end. Remember they did the
Yeah,
Pathan
that was
stuff
the
or something.
RCB game. Yeah, I remember there was one home game he was there, and it just completely lifted them because they lost 2 in a row, I think, and then he came and they won that game, or they won. It was after that Rinku Singh game. No, before
After
the
that.
Rinku Singh game, they won this game, and then the Rinku Singh game happened. I think the one after that, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But my point is that उन्हें
Shah
आके
Rukh Khan
थोड़ा
has to
lift
be
कर
there.
सकता है. Yeah,
Shah
थोड़ा
Rukh Khan
lift
has
कर
to be.
सकता है momentum को. These things sometimes help. I know उल्टा भी पड़ सकता है, जैसा पंजाब के साथ पड़ रहा, but
Owner बैठा हुआ है, जीतना जरूरी है, वो हार जा रहे कहते.
no, I think it's more for the crowd to get the
Yeah,
crowd
yeah.
going, and then they automatically feed the energy to the players. So I think that's why I'm saying it should be good if he's there.
Yeah, but it's important for Rajasthan. Man. 5 losses, man. We realized that 5 losses for 10 points, man. That's bad. That's
उसमें से आप
disgusting.
मैच उठा लो 5 फेंक दिए उन लोग 3-4 तो.
Yeah. फेंक दिया विनिंग स्पॉट से फेंक दिया वो भी.
Yeah, team
होम
तो
पे
अच्छी है.
होम पे बहुत हार रहा है. होम पे 2-3 हार गया.
Yeah,
So
that's not
that's
a fortress anymore. Like I said, it's not. And you know, the funny thing is, they changed the pitch for Sunrisers against Sunrisers to suit their batting, and it worked until the last
but
ball. Like,
last ball, yeah.
it
No one
worked for them.
expected. अभी सनराइजर्स का तो I would say चलो ठीक है जाने दो बिकॉज़ नो बॉल का डिफरेंशियल है और जो समझ 6 मार दिया एंड में एंड लाइक 25 ऑफ 18. आई मीन एक आध ओवर कहीं भी अच्छा चल जाता है हाइंडसाइट में बोल सकते हैं आप, बट बाकी के 4 मैच तो भाई जायसवाल 124 मार के हारे यार, दैट वाज लाइक अनदर बैड
या
परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम देम.
काफी मैचेस वो हारे, मगर दैट दिस विल ऑलवेज बी रिमेंबर्ड कि आप नो बॉल के वजह से हारे और उसके वजह से आप प्लेऑफ्स में नहीं आए. अगर इफ दे डोंट क्वालिफाई, दिस गेम विल बी हाईलाइटेड, द सनराइजर्स गेम. तो बिकॉज वो मैच तो जीत चुके थे, एंड देन उसके बाद वो सायरन आ गया, सो उसके बाद so what can you do?
No.
You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, siren aa gaya. But yeah, nothing much you can do from now. I mean, Delhi's out of the playoffs. Chennai Super Kings second spot, as expected. Gujarat, Chennai are there. Mumbai
Yeah.
is also there. I mean, kaase na bhi kaase aage kya. Mumbai and their middle order is very good, but bowling still a very big problem, and they need to sort that out if they need any kind of hopes to get there. Because Gujarat Titans will definitely be looking for a win as well, because they want to get to the 18-point mark, which that is safe territory, right? Considering whatever teams have left.
Yeah.
3-4 match
I
hai.
think
Yeah.
16 also you can qualify, but 18 matlab you can go top 2 also.
Yeah, so I think they're going to look for top spot. Anyone is going to look for top spot. And is Gujarat Chennai yet to happen, or has it already happened?
एक गेम तो हो गया, पहला मैच वही था गुजरात आईपीएल का,
Yeah,
गुजरात
उसका तो
versus
starter
Chennai.
था. Yeah.
Yeah, so the other game I'm not sure
I think
if
it's
it's
towards the end. नहीं, लास्ट मैच तो गुजरात और बैंगलोर का ही है, so I
आरसीबी
think
टाइटंस है वो. मुंबई
yeah,
इज प्लेइंग
गुजरात
सनराइजर्स.
सनराइजर्स होना है, या गुजरात सनराइजर्स होने
या
वाला
वो
है.
मंडे को है भाई, वो तो मैं ऑलरेडी मार्क कर दिया कैलेंडर में. दैट्स गेम रिवेंज.
Yeah,
We
so
only play
it's,
them once, we have to beat them, like there's no doubt about that.
there
If
are also
they beat
RCB and Royals, so RCB Royals भी है अभी.
आरसीबी रॉयल्स है, पंजाब रॉयल्स भी है, कैपिटल सुपर किंग्स है, केकेआर सुपर जायंट्स है, मुंबई सनराइजर्स, आरसीबी टाइटंस. दैट आरसीबी टाइटंस गेम with Gujarat might already be qualified by then, and if RCB have to win that, maybe they have a good chance. Maybe Gujarat rests a few players for the playoffs.
Maybe do a favor, yeah, to Virat
No,
Kohli
like
थोड़े
it
कम.
happens. अगर आपको like रेस्ट करना है राशिद वाशिद को, क्यों नहीं, अगर आप ऑलरेडी टॉप 2 में आ गए तो जब तक.
Yeah, 100% बिल्कुल करना चाहिए. अब मुंबई is playing Gujarat, they're playing Lucknow. So if they beat Lucknow and Gujarat, I think Mumbai will be through, because Lucknow will be out of the race. Then it'll be interesting what KKR is doing, because KKR has to play Chennai and tomorrow basically.
कल
ये
मालूम हो
दो
जाएगा.
दो मैचों
केकेआर
में
अगर
मालूम हो जाएगा.
कल
Yeah,
अगर
दो मैच.
केकेआर जीत गए तो then they're alive, they're in the race. If they lose tomorrow, then they're almost out of it. So tomorrow is do or die again for KKR, and for Sunrisers Saturday is do or die.
Sunrisers every match will be do or die, considering whatever is happening.
Yeah, same with KKR. I think with the same, they're both on similar points if I'm
Similar
not
points.
mistaken. Or KKR have an extra game. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but I think दोनों के लिए do or die है मेरे हिसाब से.
Yeah, Hyderabad played 10, Kolkata played 11. That's about the difference.
And what is the point difference?
2. They're on
Yeah,
8 and
so it's
we're on 8 and they're on 10. I mean, if
they
we
can
just
potentially
won,
reach 16, and we can potentially reach 16.
yeah, if we just beat Knight Riders and Capitals, we wouldn't have all of this trouble, man.
Yeah, you don't have to go. But they will be in Mumbai's position. आप पूछ रहे राइट मुंबई कैसा आ रहे. मुंबई तो बेकार खेल रहे थे, मगर 2 मैच हम लोग भी तो अगर 2 मैच
Home पे जीते यार, 4 out of 6 at home. That's the best thing that they did. They're winning home games. We lost at home. Yeah, we lost at home.
We've only won 1 game at home.
Yeah.
पंजाब से, दैट्स इट. तो या वही है फर्क. आपको ये मैचेस स्पेशली आपके जब हाथ में रहते जीतना पड़ता है वो मैचेस, फिर पूरा टेबल खुल जाता था फॉर अस. विल बी इन द टॉप 4 एरिया, बट यू कांट डू एनीथिंग. हो गया सो हो गया. But yeah, that wraps it up. Tomorrow is big game. We'll come for the preview for that, and yes, stay tuned for the latest IPL content on our socials as well. Chasing the target. आप हर जगह please follow करिए. Hit that like and subscribe button. Call your friends, family to come and watch as well. And yeah, Faz, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.